Good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. So today we're going to be talking about instead of what. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what that means and how you can actually use it to your own advantage. But before I get started, I like to talk about why I'm qualified to discuss these things. So I had actually been in the hospital years ago, and I learned a couple years after that, excuse me, about the idea of using food as medicine, and it just really gave me a lot of empowerment. So, whereas it was kind of a gradual, kind of struggle for me to kind of figure out what resources I liked and what resources I could use, and it kind of became almost a full-time job for me. I decided to become a health coach so I could just hand those resources over to other people that either want to overcome a symptom or disease or just become the healthiest version of themselves, which I highly recommend. So yeah, that's why I do what I do. And my goal, like along this journey, I just realized how powerful food is and how we should all take advantage of it. And that's what I hope, that we all just take advantage of it to the most that we possibly can. And so, my one of my goals is to make sure a lot of diseases don't even occur. I mean, yes, there are ways with a healthy enough lifestyle to reverse disease and symptoms, but if we didn't have to deal with them in the first place, wouldn't that be even cooler? So that's where I am. So along those lines, I actually created a course, a self-guided course that allows you to become as plant-based as you want, whether that's fully changing your diet or just adding more plants into your routine, whichever works for you. And so I will post that below in the comments, the link to that, so that you can join that if you want to. Also, along those lines, I'm offering a free 3-day challenge on October, I believe it's 29th, 30th, and 31st. It's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And that's completely free on Facebook. And I will also link that. That's like kind of an intro into the whole idea of what the course is about. So I share lots of, coupon codes and tips and tricks and things that, I've kind of learned along the way that I hope can really help you. So yeah, so that's completely free. So please go ahead and join that. I will link that down below. So back to the topic for today, instead of what. So that's actually how nutritionists respond to a lot of questions that they get, is instead of what. And you'll find that in a lot of studies as well, because it's really hard to say is blank healthy. It really depends in what context really is what that means. So you always have a choice to either replace something with a food with something healthier or more unhealthy. And so it really depends what you're choosing to do in that situation, on if it's actually a good choice, if it's instead of what. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. And the way you can actually use this to your advantage is anytime that you're choosing what you're going to eat, whether it's a snack or a meal, every time you're going to sit down to have something, you can always ask yourself, instead of what? And so, what would be even a healthier option, or how can you make that a little bit healthier? Whatever you're going to consume, how can you make that a little bit better for yourself? And go ahead and do that. That might be something that you want to try. I'm just checking over my notes. Yeah, so it's all about if you're replacing something with a healthier or less healthy option. So yeah, so go ahead and try using that to your advantage, and kind of think about that every time that you are consuming something. So as usual, I'm on different social channels, so I will go ahead and link it used to be called One Simple Change with the Lungs. It's now the benefits of eating plants, Facebook group. So I highly recommend you join that. That's where we share a lot of different resources, recipes, all kinds of things. And when you're a part of the community, you can also post questions or comments in that, really be a part of the community. So, and ask me, if there's something that you really have a question about, you can feel free to reach out to me, or you can just ask the group and, kind of get the information from a larger source. So, you can feel free to do that. So please join that group if you haven't already. I highly recommend it. Also, whether you're watching this live or on replay, go ahead and, comment any way that the video made you feel, or if there's something that you want me to cover in a future video, or if there's something you think I may have missed, or maybe you have experience with this. I definitely encourage you to make any of those comments too, so that we can all, learn from each other. So I think that's about it. So until next week, have a beautiful and colorful day. Bye, everybody.